You probably clicked this video because something about SCHD feels incomplete. And you're right, it's solid, but it's not everything. The appeal of investing in SCHD is obvious. Solid dividends, low fees, rock-steady companies. It feels reliable. SCHD offers a 3.5% yield and has increased its payouts for 13 straight years. On paper, that's hard to beat, but you're still leaving money on the table. SCHD is limited to companies with long, consistent histories, missing out on growth drivers. From 2013 to 2023, SCHD underperformed the NASDAQ 100. Missing out could mean hundreds of thousands in growth. The good news? You don't have to ditch SCHD. Pair it with the right ETF to fill in those blind spots. Let's explore the first pairing that adds rocket fuel without sacrificing the stability you already love. Imagine retaining everything you love about SCHD, but supercharging it with tech-driven growth. It's not about meme stocks or crypto crazes. Pair SCHD with SCHG, the Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF. Think of it as the cool cousin that doesn't care about dividends. CHG is all about relentless, unapologetic growth. Where CHD focuses on dividends, CHG is built for dynamic expansion. What's exciting? SCHG shares 0% of its holdings with SCHD. You're not doubling up, you're adding a fresh investment strategy. While SCHD offers stable dividends, SCHG introduces tech titans like Apple, Nvidia, and Amazon, shaping the market. With SCHG, you're investing in the names that drive the S&P 500 onward and upward, weighted for maximum impact. In the last 5 years, SCHG returned more than 20% annually. Over 10 years, it's averaged nearly 16%. You could double your exposure to market returns without sacrificing any of SCHD's income strength. The best part? SCHG's expense ratio is only 0.04%. But SCHG's yield is basically non-existent. So, balance them, what some investors call a 50-50 barbell. You don't need to time the market or pick the next Tesla. Balance the reliability of SCHD with the growth of SCHG. If you're after a quiet kind of wealth, that's where a fund like VO comes in. It's the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. VO gives you broad, reliable exposure to everything in the market. It fills in the gaps SCHD leaves wide open. Only about 7% of VO's holdings are duplicates of what's already in SCHD. You're expanding your board. You're gaining tech exposure, growth exposure, and all the defensive plays that SCHD might skip over. The expense ratio for VO is just 0.03%, almost free. Its dividend yield is respectable, especially in a 50-50 split with SCHD. A portfolio yielding a little over 2% with solid growth and coverage across all sectors. What if your investments paid you every month? I'm talking about JEPI, the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. JEPI doesn't just rely on stock dividends. It uses a covered call strategy to generate extra income. This means you're collecting premiums on top of the usual dividend payouts, resulting in a jaw-dropping 7.9% yield paid out monthly. JEPI's upside is capped due to the covered calls. It doesn't soar in bull markets like SCHG or VO might. However, it shines in sideways or volatile markets, providing stability when portfolios are fluctuating. When stacked next to SCHD, the overlap is only about 8%, diversifying your strategy. Together, JEPI and SCHD create a hybrid strategy perfect for retirees or anyone who appreciates consistent income. It's dependable, Sometimes that's what your portfolio needs. Not a moonshot, but a steady engine to fund your life without eating your sleep. You've got the monthly cash with JEPI and the tech muscle with SCHG. But maybe your goal is income that grows year after year. That's where DGRO steps in. The iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF is one of the most overlooked weapons in income investment. DGRO focuses on consistency over flashiness. It's not about the highest yield, but maintaining reliability in dividends. DGRO seeks companies that increase dividends for at least 5 years, unlocking a greater range of growth opportunities. DGRO has over 400 holdings, making it incredibly diversified. With about a 16% overlap with SCHD, the strategies complement each other. CHD brings heavyweight dividend legacy stocks, while DGRO features growth-oriented up-and-comers. Together, they provide steady income. The expense ratio is just 0.08%. Current yield is around 2.1%, and this yield tends to grow over time. This pairing makes sense for rising income that keeps pace with inflation, creating a portfolio that pays you now and more over years. If you're nearing retirement, JEPI is built for steady income, sending you a monthly check while you maintain peace of mind. The pairing of JEPI and CHD is ideal for income-focused investors, especially during retirement. Then CHG is your best bet. It plugs SCHD's tech blind spot, opens the door to long-term growth, and gives you exposure to companies driving the market. You're the kind of investor who wants broad, balanced exposure without having to check your portfolio constantly. That's where VIO comes in. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's built to grow alongside the US economy. Paired with SCHD, it's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy. And then there's DGROW for the planners. If you want income now that grows, SCHD plus DGROW is the quiet power move. You don't need to time the market. Just pick the ETF that fits your life. Pair it with SCHD. Tap the video on your screen now to find out exactly how much SCHD you'd need to retire early. Hit subscribe if you want your money working smarter. This is just the beginning.